Hey everyone, Miss Lou here with an update from Canada's Worst Driver, my take on episode number 7 of Canada's Worst Drivers. So, if you have seen the episode, you know already. If not, spoiler alert, this is the episode where I graduate! Yay! Okay, so in this episode, they showed us doing the cross challenge, which is where there's the cement barricades. They make a cross and you have to get your car into all 4 of the cross, the arms of the cross. It took me almost an hour to do it. That day was so hot, like super duper hot. It was noon around the time when I did it, and it was, oh my god, it was so hot, which is part of my frustration in getting that one done, because it was ridiculously hot that day. But the first arm I definitely was confused by and struggling with, and then Andrew came along, made me laugh. He said, "It's a beautiful day for a drive and a cry," and then I laughed. Then I got the second arm, like he kind of gave me some tips, and then I got the second arm and the third arm and the fourth arm, and each time I got faster. So I still feel like I learned a lot from doing that. And we did it in a right-hand drive car, which didn't freak me out at all. I mean, it's not the same as driving it on the road, so it was fine. And then the next thing they showed was they showed the reverse flick, which is like where you back up the car and then you flip it around to go forward. And that was a lot of fun. I had the lesson in the morning, that morning with Philippe, and he's such a good teacher. So that was, it was really fun to do that. And then trying to do it though, and again, in a confined box is challenging, but I did it. So, you know, I was really happy. I got it right into the corner. There's actually on the Canada's Worst Driver Facebook page, you can see a video, the full video of me doing it and what happened after, because after Philippe and Andrew got in the back of the car with me and I did it again, and it was so much fun. It was just a really nice, fun moment. So I was really proud of myself for that, and it's kind of cool to be able to do those things. The next one they showed was the slalom. You have to slalom at 80K, which I was nervous about because if you remember from the first episode, I slalomed at 50K and did horribly. So I did it at 80K in this big 72, I think it is, station wagon, and I did it. And then they ask you if you want to make the distance between the people shorter, and I was like, no, I don't, because I know that that is pushing it, and I was perfectly happy with passing with just that. So that was awesome. And it was a lot of fun too, and it was kind of cool when I did it. I was like, yes. And then they also showed we did the teeter totter. Now this is something Tyler asked for again. Tyler keeps asking for things. So the teeter totter is this board that you, with, you know, obviously rocker underneath, so it's like, it's a teeter totter, and you have to drive your car up and get it right in the middle. So it's all about pedal control. So I got it in the middle, so I was very excited. So I actually had like some successes on this episode, which was pretty awesome. So then at the end of the episode, it came down to me and Tyler, because Tyler's performance, I think he got all 4, was actually like a lot, like he did his better. I still passed 3 out of the 4, but still. But Tim and Shamala thought that I should graduate. Thank you, Tim and Shamala. Tim went driving and I went driving, I think it was the day before, for like 3 hours. And we went on and off the highway, merging and getting on, getting off and all that stuff, and drove around the city and then drove around the country. And it was a really good experience, and really helped me see that I was putting things together. So, and he has you narrate too, like what you're seeing all around you and everything. So I think he saw me drive in the actual real world, and he had confidence in me, which is pretty awesome. So I ended up, the vote came down between, you know, it came down to Andrew. And so Andrew and they decided that I would graduate. So I was so excited. And you know what, when it happened, I was really excited because it meant I got the maximum amount of lessons, and I did all the challenges, but I didn't have to be in the final 3 and drive around Hamilton. So I was pretty excited about that. So there's only one more episode less to go. Obviously I'm not in it. It's down to Daniela, Tyler, and Crystal. So I still encourage you to go watch it, because it's gonna be interesting, and I'm very curious too to see how this all happens. But I'm gonna do, I think after the final episode, any questions you have at all. I know some people have already sent me questions. Any questions at all, please put below, and I will answer them all for the last one, and I'll give you my rundown on what I kind of think of what happened on the 8th, the final episode, and also kind of what has happened since with like Tyler and Daniela and Crystal and me, and let you know kind of, you know, what's happened since kind of thing. Also, I just again want to thank everybody for being so supportive. Like, there's just like strangers have sent me messages congratulating me. I've had like people comment really lovely comments just like on here and on Facebook, and just, you know, I've even had strangers come up to me like on the bus and be like, oh, I saw you and don't worry, you're definitely the worst, and just, you know, being super encouraging to me, and I just really appreciate it. And I don't really have words other than thank you. It's so nice to have people, knowing people are cheering you on and supporting you. And of course, I want to thank, you know, Tim and Philippe and Shamala and Cam and Andrew and everybody at Worst Driver. There's so many people you don't see. You don't see, like, there's the sound crew and there's camera crew and there's all sorts of people that put up all the foam, you know, the foam people and the foam walls, and there's people serving you food, and there's people, production assistants, making sure that you're cared for and you get from one place to the other, and there's people behind the scenes that I don't even see who are doing editing, and there's so many people involved in it, and it was a real honor and pleasure to be part of something like that and to be part of a big team that was making something. And I appreciate so much all the lessons and you know, that I got, and having this amazing experience, you know, being able to learn in a safe environment like that, and where it's okay to make mistakes. And it was just, I don't have any other words, and it was amazing, and I feel extremely grateful for it. So thank you to everybody who's been watching and encouraging me. I still encourage you to watch the last episode, see how it goes down. And I will do my final, like I said, my final take next week. And I'll also answer all the questions and do kind of what's happened since as well. So thank you again, guys, and I will see you all next week.